Greetings once again. Yeah, apologize guys for looking all scruffy and all that. I've just returned from my pre-op appointment from Pretoria. Just arrived late last night. I think this was my last appointment before the big operation, the oesophageal operation. Like as I've stated, that this is the reason why I'm doing these videos, so I can share that journey with you guys. So I've just come back from my last appointment, the pre-op appointment. Everything seems to be okay for now, and then I'm just waiting for the doctors to book everything for me so I can go do the operation. Like I said, it's not going to be an easy thing, or it's not going to be an easy operation, but yeah. Now the main reason for today's video is that I've been talking about esophageal dilatations, and I just want to just explain more and expand on that. My next appointment, in fact, for dilatation is tomorrow. So I've just returned from Pretoria and Steve Biko Academic Hospital. Then tomorrow I have to go back to hospital, but to my local hospital, for my esophageal dilatation, because I'm currently blocked. I can only take fluid, so the only thing that I can swallow now is just liquids. So yeah, I'm just going to try and explain to you guys what esophageal dilatations are and which ones that I've done, since I've told you that I'm going to be recording my journey here. I'm not going to talk about other things that I don't know, but I'm going to talk about things that are personal to me and my journey. So in the last 6 years, I've done 2 types of esophageal dilatations. The first one is it's called a balloon dilatation. Balloon dilatation or pneumatic dilatation is when a tube that is, or a tube normally that is a camera, and it has a balloon attached to it. They put the tube through the mouth, and when it gets to the stricture, it passes through the stricture, and then they inflate the balloon, which means they make the balloon go bigger. Now as the balloon expands, it opens up, or it actually pulls against the esophagus, causing the stricture to shrink, or to erupt and shrink. So now balloon dilatations, they are normally done with a camera, which means endoscopically. The funny thing with balloon dilatations is that it is not done under general anesthesia, meaning that when the dilatation is done, when the tube is being pushed down my esophagus, I can mostly feel it, because they just give you something just to numb the esophagus, but you can still feel it. And you have the option also to watch it through a TV or a screen, which means you can actually see what is happening inside your esophagus. So yeah, those were the first dilatations that I did. The only thing that I did not like about it was the fact that I could actually feel most of the things that were done, because the only thing I was given is just a spray just to numb the inside of my esophagus, you know. But when they were inflating the balloon, when they were making the balloon bigger, I could actually feel it. I could actually feel a bit of pain, and it's very it's very uncomfortable. The discomfort is too much there. And then yeah, the second type of dilatations that I do are the dilatations that I do now. Now let me just go back a bit. Balloon dilatations, I was only able to do about 6 or 7. Now they are a bit dangerous. That's why they stopped at around 6 or 7, because as you know, the balloon is meant to expand inside my esophagus and push everything out. So that runs the risk of rupturing or tearing of the esophagus. That's why after 6 dilatations, I think it was 7, they had to stop it. And then they started with bougie dilatations. Bougie dilatation is basically they push something like a rubber tube inside the esophagus. Those tubes, they actually start from smallest to, and they actually become bigger. Now I'll try and post something on top so you can see what I'm actually talking about. Now bougie dilatations, as I've said, they push some tubes down my esophagus. They start with a small thin tube, then they become bigger. The rules basically is that they use 3 tubes. All right, so they'll basically push tubes one by one, but there should be 3. Now from the smallest, then there's a middle sized one, then there's a big one. Now that is done under general anesthesia. Luckily I do not feel anything when they're busy doing it. I'm totally out. They put me under general anesthesia, which means they knock me out completely. They put me in theater. Yeah. Now when it comes to bougie dilatations, they are not that bad, but the after effects, it's something that is a problem because it's very painful afterwards. Yeah, well, the thing is that they have to intubate you, and for me they normally say I'm a bit difficult to intubate. So the pain is from intubation, and then the second pain is from the dilatation itself, because after that I can feel the part where the suture is. It's a bit painful, and also the discomfort. I can actually feel the after effects after that. So yeah, it's a bit painful, and it takes a bit longer for me to recover. Unlike when I was doing balloon dilatations, the recovery time was just a few hours. But with bougie dilatation, the recovery time, it takes a bit longer because I have to recover from the anesthesia, from the anesthetics, and then also from the pain. It takes me around 2 to 3 days to totally recover from bougie dilatations. Yeah, and then those are the after effects and recovery time. Now the risks that are involved with dilatation, well, every time I have to go to theater, I run the risk of getting an infection from the dilators and from intubation. And then the biggest risk is tearing or damaging my esophagus, causing my esophagus to tear or become damaged, and then obviously I'll perforate, which means we'll have some fluids leaking out of my esophagus into my chest area, or even to my lungs or something like that. So those are the biggest risks that I run, or that I go through every time I go for dilatations. And obviously the last risk is from the effects of the anesthesia. Sometimes people can wake up, sometimes you don't wake up from anesthetics. So yeah, I think that's more or less information that I have for you on esophageal dilatations. I've been going through dilatations every month for the past 6 years. Like I said, the first few dilatations were my balloon dilatations, and those ones I used to do every 2 weeks. And then now I'm able to last for about 4 to 5 weeks before I need to be dilated, which means it's 4 to 5 weeks before I become totally blocked. Yeah, that's it. Thank you guys.